Hi everyone, happy spring. I even have my nail color to represent the spring, except it's just like super cozy today in Seattle. So how is it from where you are? Because it is, well, I guess it's definitely spring in Seattle because it's gray and cloudy and rainy. Eee. But I wanted to talk with you because yesterday was the spring equinox, and equinoxes are all about balance, okay? So there's like equal parts like light and dark and sun and moon. I think sun and moon. I'm not quite sure on that one. But it's definitely all about balance. And the spring is all about rebirth, okay? So as humans, we tend to forget that we are part of nature. And so we've spent the winter hibernating, and now it's about planting seeds and rebirthing into spring. And I don't know about you all, but I know my winters, especially February's, are usually, or not usually, are definitely rough. And I always look forward to spring and seeing the little buds on the trees, and it just brings so much hope and gratitude to that hibernation and dark parts of the winter. So the spring is all about clearing out, releasing, and that goes for both energetically and your stuff, okay? So it's about letting things grow. It's a refresh, and it's all about new beginnings, right? Because that's what spring is all about. And so from ancient times, okay, spring has been the time of celebrating the return of the sun. And I kind of really love that, right? And it, with that, when the sun comes and the days are getting longer, which I, again, being up in the Pacific Northwest, like in the winter, it's like full on dark by like 4 o'clock. And so now the days are getting longer and lighter, and there is so much more sun. And with that is that divine masculine of having that energy, rolling up your sleeves, releasing old patterns and starting anew. It is also the time to plant seeds, right? So whether that's literal, like what I'm kind of planning I'm going to do today, but I'm not quite sure because it's just so crappy out. I just want to not do it. But I have to literally plant little grass seeds in my garden because Django's always rolling in the grass and killing my grass. So I'm literally planting seeds, right? So it's literal and it's metaphoric. So what is it that you want to nourish, right? If you are an empath, and if you're an empath, drop it below. I want to see who are the empaths out there. We love being in our garden. And so think about whether it's literal or metaphorical, what seeds are you planting, okay? Are they negative? Are they fear-based seeds that you're planting in your mind? Or are you nourishing your soul and your mind with seeds of positivity and growth and love and belief in yourself? Like even before, like I exercise, right? And I was just like, God, I'm just feeling funky, like just in a funk, right? And I was like planting these negative seeds in my head, like full on like a half an hour ago. And I was like, you know what? Sit down and meditate. You just need to sit down and meditate. And I did. And I meditated for like 15 minutes, and I set my little alarm so I could come on here. And it's just these little seeds, like that are planted so that, eventually, like you have like that garden of like, did you ever see that picture? There's like a picture going, it's like a head, and then there's like a whole bunch of like flowers growing out of like the brain. And I just love it because all of these little seeds, all of this self-care, all of this soul care, it builds on each other. So whether it's exercise or meditation or journaling or whatever, do these little things because those are the seeds that are eventually going to blossom. So side note for the empaths out there, did you know that there are different types of empaths? And in the summer, I usually do a whole empath summer thing, but there are actual earth empaths. There's like intuitive empaths, there's dream empaths, there's animal empaths, there's those are the ones that are coming to me, but there's like a whole bunch, right? But there are actual earth empaths out there, and that as an earth empath, you're literally super connected to the earth, and you could feel like what you how do I word this? You're extremely affected and feel what is going on with the earth. So whether it's seasons or weather or natural disasters. So I think that's pretty cool. And if there's an earth empath out there, like, drop it. I would love to know. Well, hello, Miss Amy. Happy spring there, woman. Let's see, what else was I gonna say? I have my little notes. So this is what I was gonna say. It is well known that earth empaths feel majorly depressed and have heightened anxiety right before a natural disaster. It's kind of like animals, right? Like, they get all like weird when there's like a major natural disaster that's about to happen. Like, same thing happens with humans because we are part of nature, okay? So spring also helps you focus and move forward in new and positive and fresh ways. Hold on, I gotta. And it's the best time of year to focus on new projects and release what no longer serves you and have balance in your life. So if you are starting any new project, I would love to hear about it. Drop it below if you're starting a new project. I am writing. That is my new project. I signed up. I'm writing a book. This is my first announcement of it. I wasn't even going to announce it, but since we're talking about new projects, how can I not? So if you have new projects in the works, drop it below. Send me an email. Let me know. And so ask yourself also during this time of year, like, what am I holding on to that no longer serves me? It's like we are doing spring cleaning. It's not, again, not just literal, but what no longer serves you? What do you want to release? Because when we release, right, winter and death, it is also bringing in that new energy, because with death comes rebirth, right? Do you want to release societal conditioning, right? Do you want to release the thought of being less than? Do you want to release false beliefs that you have to be perfect and keep racing on that hamster wheel in order to be happy? Like, what is it that you want to release so that you can bring in that new balanced energy into your life? Okay. So when we start to learn and accept that what we think and believe about ourselves isn't true, like all of those faulty beliefs that basically run through our minds that were created when we were little, and they're protective mechanisms and barriers to keep us safe. When we start to release these faulty beliefs about ourselves, we also start to unearth, like literally from the soil, from our soul, and we start to sprout a newer, shinier, more authentic version of ourselves. And so my goal is for everybody to honestly just live purposely and authentically, and to release all of these ego shackles that we once needed to protect ourselves. So that is what spring means for you. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you on the flip side. Mwah. Bye.